I'm a male, 30, in my 30s, excuse me, and my girlfriend, 26, talks to herself in a strange way. Uh-huh. Okay. Is this cause for concern? Is this cause for concern? Before I even read the story, so talking to oneself, is this necessarily something that makes you a wackadoo? No, not necessarily. It depends. Are you addressing yourself as a separate entity, or are you just thinking out loud? They're not really the same thing. Thinking out loud is not really talking to yourself, except in, the strictest sense. I mean, yeah, you're speaking out loud and hearing yourself, but you're not talking as in asking yourself for responses and addressing yourself as if you were another person. Now, if you're doing that, yeah, there might be a problem. Anyway, before I get into this story a little more in depth, I'd like to ask those of you out there who like and appreciate the raw, rebel nature of my content to please consider going and checking out my website, therealistphilosopher.com. That is therealistphilosopher.com, and consider clicking on the donate button. There's 3 ways you can donate. Number 1, Bitcoin wallet address. Number 2, Cash App. It's a free app that allows you to anonymously send and receive funds. And 3, my Patreon, which is a per-piece platform. I make about 8 pieces a month. You donate $1, that's $8 a month, 50 cents, $4 a month. Whatever you're comfortable donating, I can really use your help, and you get a lot of perks for making a donation. So consider going and checking that out. Excuse me. All right. Relationship advice Reddit. So my girlfriend talks to herself. Should I be concerned? We'll see. So she does this quite a lot. Almost every day. Yeah. That's weird. Maybe. So usually people who do this don't do it when other people are around. So that's concerning. That she's really not aware enough of her surroundings, that she gets so enthralled by her mind and its workings and her inner world that she's so lacking in awareness of her environment that she's talking to herself or talking out loud without talking to somebody else with other people around. That's concerning, really. Last night I heard this hushed cat-like hiss. That's interesting. And then she whispered, "No, go to sleep." Uh-huh. That is something to be concerned about, okay? Generally speaking, people don't give themselves directives. Like, if somebody who tended to think out loud a lot because they spend a lot of time alone, they might say, I'm going to sleep. Let's go to sleep, or even, but no, go to sleep. That's referring to yourself as if you were talking to another person. That's bizarre. Yeah, that's weird. And the cat-like hiss, the fuck's that about? Are there any demons that are cat demons? Is she possessed by a cat demon? I've heard of lycanthropy, but I've never heard of... people thinking they're fucking wolves or something, like a werewolf or something. Lycanthropy, it's called. I've never heard of the cat thing. Is there a similar word? Feline apathy? Maybe. Or feline empathy. A philipathy? Lycanthropy? Feline anthropy? I don't know. Anyway, during the day when I was doing the dishes, she was on the couch and she said, "If you don't, then everyone will despise you." What a dumb idea. What? Dude, she might be schizo. She's kind of in that age bracket. People who develop schizophrenia tend to develop schizophrenia around the age of their mid-late 20s. I don't know. Sometimes she almost seems like she's having a dialogue up there, whispering, "No," and "but you must," and "you know it." Strange shit like that. What is she, Gollum? What is this bitch, Gollum? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was real mentally stable. Oh, yeah. I would trust him while I'm sleeping. Oh. Yeah, I would definitely be alone with Gollum when I go to sleep. Oh, yeah, and feel totally safe. Sometimes it's downright weird shit like tuna, fish of the sea, and tapioca balls, major balls. That's very random. She's probably schizo. That she says. I don't think she knows she does this. What? Why are you with this broad, dude? Are you like a really low value dude? Do you like mop toilets and shit? Are you a janitor? Is she the best you can do? I mean, dudes that mop floors and are janitors and shit, they probably can expect to get broads of this caliber. But at least, they're not schizos. Maybe they're big fat broads that, have bad hygiene and too much armpit hair. But this? Is she hot? Is that it? I think the only reason anybody would tolerate a broad like this is because she's really, really hot. She must be hot. Yeah. Must be really hot to be this crazy. Wow. Is she a 10? Is she a 9? At least an 8? She have a really tight pone? Does she give up the ass? I mean, dude, I'm trying to think of some kind of justification to be with a wackadoo like this broad. Oh, my God. So I don't think she knows she does this because when I ask her if she said anything, she says no. So it's involuntary. Wow. Okay, yeah, she's mentally ill. And you should be concerned. She doesn't have any mental health issues that I know of. Oh, my God, really? Are you serious? Wow. Are you like a low IQ dude? What is going on here? Pal, she's talking to herself, saying tapioca balls, major balls, tuna of the sea, chicken of the sea, fish of the sea, whatever the fuck she's saying, and she doesn't know she's saying it, and you think she has good mental health, as far as you know. Did you ever take a psychology class, ever? Dude, this broad is whacked out of her fucking mind. You need to get out. She might mistake you for some big giant 6-foot rabbit and decide to stab you in the heart and cook you up. I want to eat some coney tonight. Yeah. It's crazy. But she doesn't have any other mental health issues that I know of. What the That's like some dude walks up to you and he's carrying his left arm and his right arm and he's got a fucking stump here that's bleeding profusely. And you say, I don't know of any physical injuries this guy has, as far as I know. What? Are you kidding me? You're either willfully ignorant or just stupid. All right? Which is it? I don't know. Maybe willfully ignorant because, you really think you don't deserve anything better. But wow. No, dude. If you're not a mental basket case, you can do better. Okay? You can at least have somebody that's not wacko. Okay? She doesn't have any mental health issues that I know of. She says she was diagnosed with autism as a kid. I got news for you. One of the symptoms of autism is not talking to yourself, literally talking to yourself, and you don't know you're doing it. That is an aspect of crossed wires of an actual physiological problem in the brain. All right, she is cuckoo, for lack of a better word. But I doubt she has that because she's pretty normal. Wow! This broad is giving up the tuchus. She must have, like, super duper ass. She must have some smoking body, pal, for you to be saying this shit. She's pretty normal. Okay. There are a lot of people out there that do talk to themselves, either literally or just think out loud, but they don't do it around other people. And they know they're doing it when they do it. And they don't say random shit like tapioca balls. Oh, my God. That's what schizophrenics do. Okay? The wires in the brain are all fucked up, so the synapses are firing, but they're making the wrong connections in the mind, and they say this weird random shit, okay? She's pretty normal. No, she's not, unless your idea of normal is abnormal. She drops a lot of acid. Now you tell me that. I don't know if that can cause this behavior. Have you watched videos of the dude that thinks he can talk to dolphins? He's barely fucking coherent. Okay? That was the one part I understood. The rest was totally incoherent, garbled babble. There's this guy. And he used to do experiments with acid, and he would take acid, and he would get into sensory deprivation tanks, and he would take acid and then listen to dolphins, and then he came up with these wacky ideas that certain colors could be ascribed to certain sonic vibrations of the dolphins, and that you could in some way, shape, or form understand what the dolphins were saying by visually observing these colors that would be enhanced by the acid. He was a whack-a-fucking-do. And he was barely coherent, and by the time he died, he was probably a lot like your girlfriend, okay? Let me explain something to you, pal. There's a reason people don't take acid anymore, okay? It's not the 70s anymore, number one. People understand the kind of damage that acid can do, number two. Acid can make you fucking psychotic permanently. It can do real damage to your neocortex, you pinhead. Oh, she drops a little acid. Well, you need to dump her because she's already damaged. Okay, my friend? She's already damaged. It's already done. She's tripping and acting like a schizo, which she probably is, even when she's not taking acid. That means she's done permanent damage to herself. And by the way, what the hell is she doing taking acid? She's a drug addict. Oh, it's not that serious a drug. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it is. Why does anybody take any drug? To escape reality. Why are they seeking to escape reality? Because the reality of their existence is so painful and traumatic, what they've gone through, that they want, nay, need to escape reality because they lack any real coping skills. They learned no coping skills, and they went through traumatic experiences in their life. That's what most hardcore drug addicts have been through, and that's why they take drugs. It's not the case in all cases. Some people had perfectly normal childhoods and they just, tried some drugs and they got hooked. But the majority of the time, these people, especially acid takers, which makes them delusional and see fucking weird shit and sounds become visual colors, and take that shit to escape from real trauma in their life. And if they take too much of it, it can damage their brain and induce permanent and very real psychiatric disorders. Schizophrenia doesn't just happen. It can be genetically based, or it can be brought about by taking certain drugs. Acid's one of them. So what do I think you should do? Oh, anybody that's a listener of mine knows what I think you ought to do. You need to dump her. You need to cut the fucking strings. You need to get the fuck out of there. You need to cut ties, pal, while you still can, okay? This broad is damaged motherfucking goods, okay? If she's rambling on incoherently when she's not dropping the fucking acid, randomly at night, she's wackadoo. And you don't know what people like this will do, okay? And not all schizophrenics are nonviolent. And she has a delusion, and you are what she wants for dinner. Chop, chop, stab, stab. You're dead. No. Somebody that's going through these kind of delusions, which she clearly is, this is the type of talk that's delusional. She's having actual auditory and visual delusions when she's not on the acid. That means she's psychotic, yo. I wouldn't trust someone like this in the same bed as me when I'm fucking sleeping, okay? Oh, she loves me. She might love you, but she might think you're Satan. She might see a fucking barbed, fucking red devil with horns laying there, not you. And then she fucking clonks you on the head with the phone. Dude, you need to get the fuck out, okay? This kind of drug abuse that leads to this kind of psychosis, this kind of delusion is extremely dangerous, and you need to cut ties, okay? And by the way, you're worth more than that, okay? Have a little more self-esteem, all right? Have a little more self-worth. You've got an abnormal, mentally ill girlfriend who's off in la-la land because she took too much acid throughout her life. For whatever reasons, probably traumatic childhood abuse. Whatever reason, she's damaged goods, and because of the drugs, she's way damaged, more than she was before she started taking them. Don't let sentiment cause you to wed yourself to somebody for years and years who is going to be a net negative on your life and do nothing but traumatize and harm you. Believe me, her behavior, her psychopathy, her schizophrenia, whatever the mental problem is she's having, it's going to get worse, not better. It's clearly, obviously degenerative in nature. Get the fuck out. Okay? If you don't, we might be reading your obituary soon. Okay? At the very least, you're going to be in a relationship with somebody that has a declining mental state. And now you've been there so long, you feel indebted to this person. Oh, I got to take care of her now. Oh, no. Don't be stupid. Acknowledge the reality of the situation. You're in a relationship with a vastly depreciating asset. You're worth way more, and she's going to ruin your motherfucking life and maybe kill you because she'll mistake you for Satan one day. Get out. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys, of my advice. Am I way off, or is this woman way off her fucking rocker? Let me know in the comment section. And please, like and subscribe to my BitChute channel if you would. And if you really like the raw, red-pill nature of my content, please consider making a donation by going to therealistphilosopher.com/donate. That is therealistphilosopher.com/donate, and consider making a donation. I could really use your help so I can continue disseminating these red pills and saving motherfucking lives.